been keeping up with Nvidia at all, their AI stuff, well, imagine, like you're scrolling through Twitter, right? And you see a post from, some big shot AI researcher, and all it says is, wow, Nvidia just dropped a bomb.
Yeah, that's pretty much the vibe right now.
It's crazy. We're talking about Nvidia, the company that's basically the king of AI hardware.
The backbone of it all.
Exactly. And they just decided to, go head-to-head with their own customers.
It's a bold move, for sure.
They're not messing around either. They released their own AI model, NVLM 1.0, going right up against the big dogs like GPT-4 and Claude. But here's where it gets really interesting. They're calling it open source.
There's that word again.
Right. What does open source even mean anymore? Everyone's using it.
It's true. Open source can mean a lot of different things these days. In this specific case, we're talking about NVIDIA releasing the training weights and the code for NVLM.
Okay, hold on. Break that down for me. What does that actually mean for, people who aren't deep in the AI world?
Think of it like you want to bake a cake. NVIDIA gives you the recipe and a finished cake, right? But they don't tell you exactly which ingredients they use, where they got them, that kind of thing.
So you can see the end product in the instructions, but not the whole process.
Right. You can figure out a lot, maybe even reverse engineer some things, but there are still some missing pieces.
Interesting. So it's not total transparency, but it's still a pretty big deal, no?
Oh, absolutely. Giving developers access to those training weights in code, it's like handing them a blueprint and a powerful engine.
Yeah.
Huge head start on understanding how NVLM works.
Which means they can build on it, improve it, even use it to create something completely new.
Exactly. It's a potential game changer.
Okay, so I get that this is a big deal, but why would Nvidia, a company known for its, expensive hardware, just give away their secret sauce like this?
They're playing the long game here, going for what we call a positive feedback loop.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
Think about it. To really use NVLM effectively, especially at scale, you need some serious computing power.
And who makes the hardware that's best suited for that?
NVIDIA. The more developers, the more companies start using NVLM, the more demand there is for their hardware.
So they're creating their own market, in a way.
In a way, yes. More users means more development, which leads to an even greater need for their specific hardware. It's a pretty smart strategy.
If they can pull it off.
Right, and early signs suggest they might just be onto something big here. Take NVLM D72B, for example.
This isn't just another AI model, right? We're talking about something that can understand memes.
You're not kidding. Analyze images, solve complex problems. The kind of stuff we haven't really seen before in open source models.
One researcher showed it a meme of a cat using a computer.
I saw that.
And NVLM captioned it with, "Cat has cheeseburger." What?
It was spot on. That's the kind of nuanced understanding that has everyone in the AI community so excited right now. It's not just mimicking patterns and data, it's starting to actually get it,
Well,
the underlying concepts.
it's kind of scary how smart this stuff is getting, the things it could do, right? I mean, we could be talking about, totally changing how medicine works or art. Crazy stuff.
No doubt about it. And what's especially wild is that this NVLM thing, it's multimodal.
Multi-what now?
Multimodal means it doesn't just look at language or images, separately. It actually gets how they work together.
Oh, right. It's like it can see A and D here at the same time.
Exactly. And get this, that whole multimodal training thing actually makes NVLM better at tasks that are only text, like writing code or even music.
Wait, really? That doesn't make sense to me. How does learning about pictures make it better at, code? That's all just letters and symbols.
It's all about context.
Yeah.
Underlying structures. Think of it this way, to recognize a cat in a picture, right? The AI has to learn about patterns, shapes, how things relate to each other. Those same skills, they actually help it understand the logic behind code too, even though it's totally different on the surface.
So learning to see helps it think better, even about abstract stuff.
Exactly. And that opens up a ton of possibilities. We might see AI that can learn way faster than anything we've got now, adapt to new situations.
Instead of just teaching it one task, it's like you're teaching it how to learn, period.
Right on. Now, got to address the elephant in the room.
Right.
Open source sounds great and all, but some folks are saying maybe it's not all sunshine and rainbows.
All right, let's hear it. What are they saying?
Some critics, they're saying NVIDIA is just doing this to sell more hardware. That's a way to basically control the whole AI industry.
So not a utopia, but NVIDIA's kingdom or something.
That's the fear some people are expressing, yeah. But even with those concerns, you got to admit, NVIDIA just shook things up big time. Think about Google, OpenAI, all the big players. They've been super secretive about their AI stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they kind of have to respond.
It's a challenge, for sure. Open up or get left behind.
Right. It's going to be really interesting to see what happens next.
It's like we're watching, I don't know, the start of some new age of AI, you know? This is what I love. Total plot twist.
This whole NVLM thing, definitely a game changer. But it's not just about, like, the tech itself anymore. It's bigger. It's about who gets to, like, steer the ship, you know, shape the future of AI.
So what are the next steps here? Does everyone just switch over to NVLM, give NVIDIA all the power?
Not so fast. That's the beauty of open source. Anyone can grab NVLM, tweak it, even make their OWN versions to compete.
So it's like someone just released the recipe for, I don't know, the world's best chocolate chip cookie. Now everyone's a baker trying to perfect it.
Exactly. We could see this explosion of creativity, people making specialized versions of NVLM for, like, anything you can imagine. Medical diagnoses, maybe even writing movie scripts, who knows?
Instead of one big company controlling everything, it's like a whole ecosystem of AI popping up.
And this is where it gets really interesting. This much competition could actually be the best thing for AI development overall.
How so?
Well, think about it. You got all these different teams working on their own, right? More chances for someone to stumble on a breakthrough idea, like comparing a lone genius in their garage to, I don't know, a global team of scientists all sharing their research. Totally different scale.
So NVIDIA might have accidentally created, like, the perfect storm for even more advanced AI to come out of this.
It's definitely possible. And that's why this is so fascinating. Nobody knows where this goes next. NVIDIA just threw a huge curveball.
Well, one thing's for sure, we'll be right here, breaking it all down for you as it happens. So if you want to stay ahead of the game, understand where AI is going, you know where to find us.
This is it, right? A turning point for artificial intelligence. And the decisions we make now, they're going to echo for a long, long time.
The future is out there, maybe a little scary, maybe really exciting, but hey, isn't that the whole point of these deep dives?